Be aware of who you let shake your hand and touch your hand, depending on their energy and stuff. Because a lot of times when I'm out and shit, like a lot of strangers or weird people just come up to me and be like, "Hey, hey," like telling me their story and shit, and they're like, "You want to have their hand out or some shit." That shit happened to me today with my daughter, who was at the store and shit, just grabbing something. And this dude, the dude before us and stuff, was like in a bad mood and stuff, and he was tripping with the person checking him out and shit. And then he checked out and shit, and he's like, "I get a receipt." He's like, "You got to print out first." So he was just funking and shit. And after the receipt printed out and shit, he just like left his stuff up there. Like, 1 second. And then he like went to go get some others. Like, he was just like being all extra and shit. So that shit was just funny. Then I went out the store and shit. We was getting in the car, and like he was still just like, he just looked irritated and shit. So I was just smiling, like laughing hard as hell. And he came up to the car. He was like trying to like shake my hand and shit. And I just backed up, and like while he sitting there with his hand out, like at the car and shit with his hand out, and I just backed up and like drove away and shit. And I was like, I told my daughter, like, you gotta be careful who you let shake your hand and stuff, because he had bad energy. And it's just crazy how he just came up, like how he just wanted to like touch me and shit. I'm like, I don't want to exchange, I don't want to transfer none of that energy between me and you. So just watch who you let touch your energy and shit. And that, man, I just caught it today, because that happens to me a whole bunch. Like, just strange, like just like a lot. It happens to a lot of people with, like, I don't want to say good energy, but when you're in a good mood and shit, it'll happen. It's like people will come up to you and just want to chop it up and shit. And I hear a lot of people saying that, like, man, people just strangers just want to come up and chop it up with me about their life story and shit. But like, if they're in a good mood, that's cool. But if it's just some weirdo shit and they trying to just talk to you and shit, you gotta keep it moving. And if you can, don't touch their ass. But I mean, if he would have touched me, it wouldn't have been a big deal. You know what I mean? Like, I ain't saying like I would have like melt, like, you know what I mean? Like, if he would have touched me, I would have been okay. But it's better not to even have that energy around me. And I'm about to read. I'm reading these books on auras and shit. So it's like I'm really becoming aware of this shit. Just being around somebody's energy field, you're gonna exchange some energy. But with a touch, there's like a lot more. But your boy rambling. That's all I got. You know what I mean? Will into existence. Easy.